Hi, this is Barbara in Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to create some butterflies with glitter. So I'm going to use some glitter butterflies, but it's going to have a little twist. I'm going to make it with this tool here, and also with this netting, also this other tool. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put some repositional adhesive onto an acetate. So you're going to need some kind of acetate or even wax paper or anything like that. I'm using this because I am recycling some of my stamp backings. So I bought some stamps and I've been saving these backings, and these are great to use when you want to use like glue dots or anything like that. You make your own hot glue dots. You can easily peel them off. So that's why I save these. And then you're going to need some repositional adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of that, because what I want to do is I want to go ahead and create the acetate and have it nice and sticky, so that way when I put my tool on it, it will remain on the tool and it will not move. So the way to do that, let me show you how I did that. You're just going to take a little bit of glue, and this is the Royal Coat Paper Adhesive Repositional. It is acid free, but you don't really need it acid free. I just happen to have a repositional adhesive that is acid free. And then you're just going to spread that on to your acetate and then let it dry. Just put it aside and let it dry. I already have one here that's nice and dry. So I'm going to go ahead and put my tool on it, and this is a nice shimmery kind of sheer fabric. And then I'm going to take my stamp, and I think I want to do a large one, so I'm going to use a Martha Stewart stamp that I have here. And let me go ahead and pick this large one. And then don't use a black or anything. Use a light color ink, because we're going to hide it all with our glitter glue. So you're just going to stamp it. Okay. And see, you have a nice little faint outline. And I'm going to stamp a couple, because might as well while I have it on here. So you barely see it. So as you can see, you can barely see those butterflies. Now this is key. You need an adhesive, so you can buy these little taps at Joann's Fabric. You're just gonna put it on your glue to make your glue. You need a thin nib for your glue. And then they sell these things that I'm not sure what this is called, but these are little nibs that you can put on your bottle like that. But I'm going to go ahead and use this one because it's a lot easier to use. And see, you can buy these at your Hobby Lobby. I got it for 63 cents, and it's perfect for this technique. So you can put one of those there, one of these nibs. And then you're just going to go ahead and you're just going to, I'm going to put an outline. And see how thin that looks? And you're just going to outline your butterfly. Okay, and before it really dries, I'm going to go ahead and get some glitter. And I'm going to use very fine halo glitter. And actually, this is not fine. So you need very fine glitter. I have this Martha Stewart. This is perfect. Then I need some paper. And actually, let me go ahead and finish the other side too. Okay, now I'm going to put some glitter. And with the acetate, it allows me to kind of tap off the excess. Okay, so let me do it again. Now this one's gonna different butterfly, and this one I'm gonna make it silver, or I can make it multicolor. And to make it a multicolor butterfly, you put the first color first in the middle, like I want the body to be a dark purple, and then I want the wings are going to be a lighter purple, and then just let it dry. Okay, I want to update you. It's still drying, so let me update you a little bit on these butterflies. I used glue all from Elmer's, and it is too thin. Don't use this. This doesn't work because see how there's no dimension with the glue? It just spreads out. So the butterfly does not, you don't see the detail as much. Now this was, what's in here, it was a glitter glue, a more thicker one. And that one was, I filled it with this glitter glue by Martha Stewart, and it's a lot thicker. See how thick that glue is? And then what I did is I watered it down a little bit to put it in there. But see how it's really thick? That glue is very thick. So this is the glue that you need to use to do this project. See how thick that glue is? I mean, it is very thick. That holds up a lot better, even though it's harder to squeeze. You do have to put a lot of pressure to squeeze it out of the tube, but it works very well. And then look at these that were done with that. See how it retained the dimension. Then the next thing I tried was using some of my glitter glue. And I did a butterfly using that, and that's that one. The good thing about using glitter glue is that you don't have to put any glitter on top of it, and it does retain its form. And you can mix colors. You can put different colors of glitter glue. And then here's another one. Now this one was made with a thinner fabric. So this is the next one that's drying. So I just wanted to give you an update on the glitter that you need to use. And so this is out of the question. Use glue that is meant for glitter. And then you can get little bottles like this and put the glitter in there for this technique. Okay, I want to give you a tip for cleaning. You're just going to take, these are those floor cloth that you buy, the Swiffer Picker-Upper, I believe the name of it. So I buy these just for my craft room. And it really picks up the glitter very nicely. So just need to put that. And then your tips of your glue, put them in water. And then you're going to take a pen. And then you're just going to clean it using a pen. You're going to go in it. And that's going to, anything that's thin enough to go through here. Is, you can use a brush too. So I'm going to use this brush. I'm just cleaning this out. And these things get clogged very, very easily. So you're just going to make sure you unclog it. And this is how you clean these things. Okay, so once it's dry, so this one is dry, you peel it off and see how it's nice and dry. Now some of these aren't. See, that one isn't dry yet, so you're going to let that dry. So I'm going to show you the next piece. So once you let it dry, you're going to go ahead and cut out the outline. You take some scissors and then you want to cut out the excess tulle. Okay, and actually I should have, before I even cut it out, what we're going to do is, because it's still kind of glittery and it's getting all over the place, so you're going to take some of a little bit of varnish, and I'm going to take some of this glossy accent and just apply a thin coat on your butterfly. I'm just going to push it in, and this will help seal, and you can even use your finger, because I just want a thin coat, and it's just to help seal that glitter. And you can do this before you cut it out. Okay. We're going to have to let that dry again. Then after it dries, you're going to take some wire. Let me get some of this wire here. Okay, take some wire and then you're going to bend it. And you're going to glue that to the back of your butterfly. So let this dry, and then I'll come back and we'll glue that in the back, and then I'm going to show you another treatment that you need to do for these butterflies. Okay, so so after you glittered and your piece and you allow it to dry, we're going to cut it out. And these are some of the examples of the ones that are already cut out. And I put wire on this one with the antenna. This one I put wire on the back with glossy accent, and all of them have a glossy accent. This one I put 3 beads with glossy accent and then a wire in the back for the antenna. And then this one is the one that I just finished, and I made a bead body with my wire and then put glossy accents. So let me show you how to create another one of these. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the butterfly, and I'm just going to cut the excess fabric. Okay, and now I'm just going to take a piece of wire, which is about 3 inches, and I'm going to thread about 10 seed beads just to be part of the body. And then now I'm going to slow down the video to a normal speed, and I'm going to show you how I create the body of that butterfly. So one of the tails of my wire, so I bend it in half, making sure that one of the tails of the wire is actually longer than the other, because that is the tail that I'm going to use to wrap around each of the beads. And then you make a loop on top, so that way you make sure that your beads do not fall out while you're creating the shape. So the first thing I kind of do is I create, without any beads in the bottom, I twist the middle part that I have bent. I just twist it to create the bottom piece of that body. And see how it, like that. Now I'm ready to take the longer tail of my wire, and I'm threading it around every 2 or 3 beads. I'm just threading the wire just to give it a little more interest, and then I'm just compressing the beads together a little bit, just kind of making sure that it's not a huge gap between each bead, and kind of playing with it. And once you're happy with the shape of your body, you're going to go ahead and finish it off by twisting the top of the body to create your antenna, so like you see there. So now I'm ready. Once I make sure that my beads are not going to fall off, I'm going to take my needle nose plier and I'm going to create some loops. So you're just going to take your pliers at the end and just coil it towards you, and then you can finish the coil by using your fingers. And this wire is about, it's a thin wire. I'm not sure what gauge it is, but it's a thin wire, maybe probably a 20 or 18, probably a 20 gauge. So it's easy to bend. See there? So I start the coil, and it's easier for me just to use my fingers to kind of finish the coil instead of my pliers. So there, now I have my body, so it's ready to be placed on my butterfly. So now I'm going to put a generous amount of glassy accents or any type of liquid medium, anything, any kind of varnish will work. And what this is going to do is going to help seal the glitter so it doesn't come off of your butterfly. And then once you put one thin coat of this glassy accent or varnish on your butterfly, and I'm using my finger because it's a lot easier than a paintbrush, then you're going to put your body in the center, and you're going to put another big glob of glassy accents. And you're going to be generous in this. And the reason why I do it on the acetate, because it's a lot easier to peel off. You can probably use wax paper, but I think I have better results with an acetate or anything, or you can also use a non-stick mat, will also work well. So here I'm just making sure that I place those antennas in the center of my butterfly. And there, it's all done. So you put it on a flat surface to dry, and that's pretty much it. So I show you how to create a butterfly, and you can put 3 beads with the antenna, or you can create just with the wire, and you can also create the body with wire and beads. So here are my butterflies, some with antenna, some without, and those are the ones that I just created. So hope you liked the tutorial, and thank you for watching. Bye now.